She snapped your dick like a pencil.
Oh. And there was legs on.
Would you like clock her one?
I almost hit a girl because she wanted to make me chicken nuggets once, and that's not a euphemism or a metaphor.
She wanted to, what do you mean? She just walked up to her in the streets.
No, I was in college, and my friends, they liked this girl, and they invited her over, and then, not like in any sexual way, just like because she's like a friend.
Hang out.
But she brought her crazy roommate, who's crazy, and she brought us a plant as a gift, and we didn't want it, but that's a whole other story.
What kind of plant?
Dude, it was a big house plant. And she's like, listen, Jeff, I'm gonna make you chicken nuggets. I said I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm gonna go make them. And she's like, no, I'm gonna make them. And then we got into this huge argument. I said, no, you're not making me chicken nuggets. I'm making my own fucking chicken nuggets. And then she's like, no, I'm making you the chicken nuggets. And she went into the kitchen. She got the chicken nuggets out of the freezer, and I ripped them out of her hand. I'm like, this is not. No, I am making my own chicken nuggets. And this got really heated. This got really
heated.
No. Anyway, that's the closest.
Did she, Jeff? Did she make you the chicken nuggets story?
I know it is.
How did it end, Jeff?
Did she make you the chicken nuggets? Did you fucking eat them?
She left. I dumped a whole can of Coke into her potted plant. And threw it out the window. And then my roommate went down and got the potted plant and brought it back up to we were on a second floor. And he turned the turned the broken pot towards the wall so she didn't see it and brought it back. And then it died a week later, so there.
You asked me.
Traumatized her.
Corey, it's a weird story. You know what, that was a weird story.
You asked me if my girlfriend
Yes.
was sucking my dick and then she bit it.
She bit it in half.
I actually had a huge phobia for a long time of that concept because it's in their mouth. They could easily just fucking chomp down.
Yeah. And they will. They'll do it.
When you're watching blowjob videos, you always do it.
You never know. Like what I was doing though, I was afraid of getting a blowjob for that reason.
Because they're gonna bite it up and
Your balls are attached to you by mere thread. They could easily bite them off.
That's what I'm saying. I was terrified. So, yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, anyways.
Hold on, how old were you when you this was a fear?
14 or 15.
What?
Really?
The day before yesterday.
It's one of those things where it's like,
It's not an irrational fear anymore, but back then I was like, I don't want any stinky girl stick her mouth in me and biting my penis off.
completely off.
Completely off.
What I don't get is what after that? Like, she couldn't get away with your penis. She'd go to jail. What happens after that?
Give it back and apologize.
Yeah. I'm sorry. She tapes it back on with
The Scotch tape.
all better. Workers.
What?
Stamper, tell the story of the time you and I picked up a homeless guy. Mostly you, because
All
I
I
didn't want to do it.
know, I was heard Zach was really scared apparently throughout this whole ordeal. I'd just like to hear your side of it.
What are you talking about?
He told me you guys.
The time you and I went to get beer, and we went to this beer place, and you're like, oh, it's closed. And you saw some homeless scraggly dude, and you're like,
Oh, that guy.
yeah, you're like, roll down the window, Zach. And I was like, why? He was like, hey, man, I'm homeless.
Wait.
And Stamper was like, get in the back car. My big fucking hunting knife is in the front seat. Come on, hop in. We don't know who you are. Hop in. Come on.
Do you really like direct him towards the knives and weaponry in the back?
That's scary.
He was a nice guy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the worst part is Stamper kept going, oh yeah, please don't fucking cut my throat, I've been really bummed out. And the guy was like, yeah man, that's cool. He kept saying shit like that, he goes, don't fucking kill me while I'm driving.
Hey, I'm a good drunken character. Are you still alive, Zach?
I guess he got, and he was so fucking, this dude was
I heard you had to kick him out of the car really slyly. Someone was like,
I made that up, just to irritate Al.
oh.
Yeah, he's not in there. It's okay. You could lie.
But no, Stamper picked up this, we went to get beer, we stopped at this place that was closed, and Stamper fucking picked up this homeless dude who was hanging outside the beer place who wanted to get beer.
He was on foot, man.
Yeah, because he's homeless. And then Stamper was like, get in the back, man. Where do you want to go? Take me anywhere. And the dude hadn't slept for 2 days. So he was like, go over here, man, go over here. And he ran us on the highway. And I was like, oh, this dude's taking us to like some shitty shack to fucking kill us with his other homeless friends. His cannibal friends. And Stamper kept saying, oh yeah, don't cut my throat. Don't fucking gut me and kill me. And the guy was like really weird about it. He was like, yeah, man, I won't do that.
You're probably startling him because he already thought that.
This dude probably
thought he was thinking out loud.
Recovering meth addict, and Stamper's like pushing his buttons like, yeah, man, don't
Here's what I think.
You're putting ideas in his head.
Here's what I think. I think he was already thinking that, but since you kept saying that, he probably probably thought you had like ESPs.
I know.
It's fucking.
I know.
You're saying the fact that you
You need to be more careful because you picked up another guy once and he almost died in your back seat. Wait, what? You picked up a dying old man at like 4 in the morning.
No, I saved that guy's life.
Yeah.
I saved that guy's life.
If he died in your back seat, you'd be in a lot of trouble.
He wasn't in my back seat. He was in my front seat.
Same
difference.
tell us what happened, Steve.
Dude, I don't know why I left, probably because I was pissed off at somebody, and I drove down the street, and there's this fucking old Santa Claus guy on the side of the road, and he was going like this,
Waving his hands back and
waving his hands, and I was like, what's the problem, man? You need help? And he's like, yeah, I need to get to the hospital. And he's like 6 blocks from the hospital. I was like, get in the fucking car. And that's all that happened. I drove him to the hospital and I was like, thanks, man, you saved my life. He was dying the entire fucking way there. I swear to God, I saved his life. I took him to the emergency room.
No, but what was wrong with him?
I thought he's fucking a million years old. He's dying from a heart attack from eating bacon for 90 years. I don't fucking know.
And at least your guy wanted to go to the hospital. I thought the old bleeding old man I found didn't.
Dude, I swear to God, I saved that dude's life. I will not regret it. You guys can sit and make- You need to stop doing that.
What if he peed on your seat?
You assume that I go around and just pick up everybody.
You picked up a fucking meth addict for no reason.
He had a nice face. Do you know how many opportunities you have to every dog had a nice face?
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, you.
What about that pretty boy who fucking murdered all the
Yeah, everybody judges me on this shit, but
Ted loved you too, because he's handsome, right?
they never think about all the fucking 1 out of 10 times that I do it. I get fucking crucified.
Have you seen Stalin?
But nobody ever brings up like the 9 times that I
He's got a nice
turned people
mustache.
down.
Anyways, Jeff, tell us the story of this weird fucking dude who walks
Did
around
I tell you
talking
about
about
this guy?
Which
When the power went out that one week, it
You
was
might
pitch
have.
black. It was pitch black. I'm pulling up to my place. I'm pulling into the lot. It's zero light. And all of a sudden, my lights slowly illuminate this old bloody dude lying in the grass. I'm like, oh my god, what is this about? So I pull up, I stop, and I just leave my lights on him, and I go over to him, and he's just like on all fours, like blood dripping from his face into the grass. I'm like, hey man, are you alright? He's like, yeah, oh, I'm good. Dude, he's like fucking wrecked. His like face, you can't even see his eyes. There's like blood going down his face. I don't know. It looked like he was coming back from the bar and fell face first onto the pavement. But it seemed like everything was closed. So I don't know where the fuck he came from. But he was like, yeah, man, I'm good. I'm just, I lost my ring in the grass. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. You're just making up something.
I saw that guy too. I saw him, but he tried to wave me down. I just bailed. I was like, I'm not gonna pick this dude up.
I couldn't leave him there, so I'm like, well, listen, where do you live? And he's like, yeah, apparently he lives like in the same like building I live in.
That happened to you, Snipper.
what?
You drank and you went home.
I fucking picked the dude up, dragged him bloody old man, bloody face, back to the apartment building.
Was that his name? Old man Bloody?
Yeah.
Did you see his apartment? It's fucking covered in newspapers.
Yeah, his
It's like a Cartoon Network show. Old man
Bloody face.
He wanted me to unlock his apartment for him because he couldn't see shit. He didn't even know the power. I'm like, well, he's like, yeah, could you unlock my apartment for me? I'm like, yeah, but just so you know, there's no power. And he's like, what do you mean there's no power? I'm like, look around.
The whole place is pitch black.
Been any power in the area for like an hour.
When our block shuts off, it shuts off. It goes completely dark.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
he was
drive
out
for whatever and it's black.
For 20 minutes.
But I went in and his place was like something out of like Silent Hill. And I'm like, of course it looks like this.
He's not going to be a well-adjusted human being with pictures of his family.
Walks inside like nice IKEA furniture everywhere.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking
It's like
horrible
it's like
newspaper.
Dirty walls and newspaper in one dirty house.
You said there was a big turd stuck nailed to the wall.
This is a fucking episode of SpongeBob when he forgets.
Yeah, I love that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick fucking nails a turd to the wall.
No, he nailed over easy eggs to the wall. He nailed shit.
Oh yeah, he put like a bike in a soup fucking container and he couldn't speak normally.
Jeff was telling a story. God damn it, ruined it, man.
I sat him down outside and talked to him for a while to make sure he wasn't gonna fucking die because he refused to go to the hospital. I guess he didn't want to pay his hospital bill, so I'm like, well, All right.
That's
There's a lot of fucking
that is
crazy nutters.
that is very rational. If you're not
I guess
covered,
it is.
like you're just paying up like $6,000 for a fucking adhesive so you don't die or something. Like you're sick. You're sick. You have a stomach cold. You go to the doctor. They're like, hey, by the
Responsible if the guy fucking died, yeah, because he was bleeding profusely. I just wanted to make sure he was mentally there before I left him.
No, I agree. It really is sad though, like the kind of shit that because like they're not insured because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
So like I saw a video where this guy he got a wreck. He's like, no, don't take me to the hospital. It's gonna be too much. Don't call an ambulance. It's gonna be too much. It's like that's fucking sad.
Yeah.
When you're conscious, your leg is broken, you're bleeding to death, and you're like, don't call an ambulance. It's gonna cost you like $700 fucking. I only have like $1 to my name.
Yeah, it was really eye-opening. I felt bad for the guy.
There's a lot of
Yeah, I did the same thing when I split the back of my head open. I went to Amazon and bought the pliers, pulled the staples out of the back. Because I knew if I went back, it'd be another $400. Or more. $6 that I'd spend on Amazon to get this fucking thing. I was sitting watching the thing on Netflix and pulling staples out of the back of my head because I knew how expensive it was going to be.
I saw this thing. I saw this thing on Tumblr. People are gonna Tumblr. But I saw this thing on Tumblr. It was a post about.
It's not valid.
I saw this
Invalid.
thing. I saw this thing on Tumblr. It was a big post about like the kind of bills they got back, the receipts they got. These college kids, they can't afford fucking like life insurance because they're college kids. They're on their own. Some of them
Health insurance.
Yeah, health insurance, and they're getting like charged like $22,000 for like some fucking pills and a checkup on like a broken leg or something.
Yeah.
Like people who they do like sports and they work out and they do stuff and they pull strings. They fuck up their hand. They go to the doctor. The doctor's like broken, and they get charged $8,000 for a doctor to tell them something they probably could have figured out because they're not 8.
I had like a cyst behind my ear a couple years ago. I went to the emergency room and they did it, but it was like fucking $5,000. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I bet you had a cis white male behind you.
I said, pull this. I said, get the cyst out of me. I want to be gay, so I can be accepted.
Stamp, remember the time I got a toothache? Yeah. We went to the dentist? It was $500 to look at it with a magnifying glass. And then when I went back to Ireland, it was 300 euros to have my 2 wisdom teeth taken out.
He was the best option in the neighborhood.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that's really fucked up.
It's bullshit how much they charge. I remember it happened to you, Stanley. You had that stomach issue once, and you went back and you're like, I got a bill for $4,000 to get some fucking painkiller medicine that I could have got at the store for $14.
Yeah, they give you aspirin and a pat on the back, and they're like, here's a bill for $4,000. And you're like, okay.
It's like they have to treat you if you show up on the thing, and it's like, oh man, I'm recovering. Thank you for saving my life. I almost died. And you go home, and then you fucking die, have a heart attack because you get a bill that was worth more than your existence.
How can people shit on Obamacare when you get these poor fuckers like myself? When I signed up for health insurance, it was like $40 a month. Right now, if you went to the emergency room, for me it'd be like thousands of bucks. It's like $100 a day tops now. If you're insured under that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
People literally go above and they get sick of their mouth. It's like, are you kidding me?
Don't get sick. Eat your own feces. Build up your.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm saying, like, I don't know how people can complain about this because it's like less than a phone bill a month and you get a fucking way better deal.
Jeff wants to talk.
Oh, I mean, I was just saying how I had to go to the emergency room for a kidney stone, and I was admitted overnight, and that was, I'm mixing up 2 separate incidents, but I went back to a hospital, stayed overnight, and had to use the special machine to sort of remove my kidney stone with sound waves, very futuristic.
They put you in a tank of water and they blast sound waves at you.
Into my abdomen to shatter the kidney stone.
And then you piss out blood.
No, they knocked me out. Oh, it's just really weird. You have to like lie naked in this bath of water while they're doing it.
Cool, dude.
It's fucking creepy. And you wake up fully dressed. That's like the best part.
Where were you going with this?
Oh, I'm just saying. I think the bill for this was like tens of thousands of dollars. So like just
Jesus
one.
Christ, how'd you pay for that, man? It's fucking
Good old insurance.
Oh, insurance?
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I had to make damn sure that I had those 2 teeth taken out before I came over because they weren't hurting me at the time, but I knew that if I had to get them taken out over here, it would cost like fucking 10 grand or something versus 400 euros.
It's fucking nuts because you go anywhere else, like you go to like Europe, and like the difference there is fucking astounding.
Yeah.
They're covered, like we have health insurance, life insurance, health insurance, life insurance of health insurance, car insurance, breathing insurance.
Well, welcome to America, the best country in the world. I wouldn't change it for anything.
I wouldn't either.
Even our fucking broken-ass healthcare system that lets people die in the streets.
Let me ask you something, Corey. You want to move to Africa, drink out of a puddle for breakfast? That's your breakfast.
No, I'd die. I would die.
Puddle breakfast.
Dirt cookies.
I would die.
Dirt cookies and puddle breakfast.
I would
Mud pies.
And they put an AK-47 in your hand and tell you to shoot white men.
Yeah.
How you like that? How you like that? With your tuxedo shoes and your Olympics 1996.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're just No, that's true though.
very much.
I mean, all these Africans, they all wear like tuxedo shoes and old Olympics T-shirts.
They get what National fucking Clothes Association.
They get black trash bags of clothes.
You know what they send them? You know how every time there's a Super Bowl or a World Series,
Oh, yeah.
and they have the two teams playing, they pre-print the winning shirt for both teams. Do what they do with the team that loses? They sell those fucking shirts to Africa.
That's I actually know that.
Yeah.
And you got a bunch of Fila shirts.
It's like-
too. Remember Fila?
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for listening to Sleepycast. I've been Chris and Zach.
Yes.
And Jeff. Hello. And Corey. And Stamper.
God bless America.
God bless us, everybody.
Wait, actually,
This podcast is brought to you
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Sleepycast is brought to you by spreadasshole.org, your fresh go-to website for spread assholes. What else did you think? Well, come on. You think it was a airliner?
There is a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest, tucked away neatly within a blanket of twilight, lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys who's a bunch of bullshit.
welcome to Sleepycast. This is episode whatever, and I'm Stamper, and I'm here with Chris O'Neill, Oni, Zach, Psychic Pebbles, and our best buddy Niall.
Beep, 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 beep. Newcomer, guys. Watch out.
Well,
He's a big boy.
Hey, look, you're gonna make people think that he's fat.
I am fat.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. That's why we farted.
What? I wasn't saying he's fat. I said he was a
Beep,
newcomer.
beep, here comes a big
No,
fat
it's a
guy.
smash for this. Beep, beep. Oh, you thought he was doing a dump truck backing up?
Shut up with your truck. Anyways, Niall hangs out with us at the Sleepy Cabin office and does shit all day. So he's gonna sit here and drink, and we were lonely. We needed somebody.
I just do shit. Yeah, I just sit down and kind of like watch the world go by.
And he's the only Irish boy in this room that still has his accent. Chris conformed.
I don't really though. Irish people think I'm a fraud, and American people think I'm a fraud, so I don't fit in anymore.
That's the line I'm at.
Yeah.
You're like an orphan.
Yeah,
We're all the
I
orphans.
just don't fit in anywhere. So I wandered to the sleepy cabin one day, and they were full of weirdos, and that's where I fit in now. This is my home.
It's really easy to pick up accents, though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, come on, do New York.
Hey, I'm from New York.
How the fuck?
Hey!
You didn't give him a chance.
Do a New York accent.
Sam, we do a Philly accent.
Is it
Okay,
kinda
sweet.
like
You got it. Sweet.
Does Philly have an accent?
Yeah, he's like, I'm the
Yeah.
angriest gamer you've ever heard.
Like, what is a Philly accent? Yeah, I'll have some water.
It's like
water.
it's like halfway between Boston and New York.
Yeah, they all blended together. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like all the coasts. Like the South have an accent.
Stamper, do an impression of a French guy. French accent.
You mean like French accent with that speaks English?
No, do a typical, don't do stereotype, go do a normal French man.
But he's speaking English and trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
pretty good.
look
That's
at
not bad. That's not bad. Do a Russian
I was more
guy.
Japanesey.
What?
No.
I would try to talk to you.
Well, that's what you did. Do it again. Do a Russian guy.
We are going to store to buy nuts and bolts.
Yeah, that's a real Russian accent, because most people go like, my name is Vladimir, but that's not what they talk like. They more talk like what you did.
They're very direct in their language because they want you to understand what
talk
they
like
are saying.
Chapman.
Yeah.
Do a German guy. Don't do it. What are you gonna do? Don't do it.
Jews!
No!
You do a German guy, monkey dance.
I do German guys.
Find your symbols. Dance, monkey! The German guys, they talk kind of like this, yeah? Yo, how about you? I would do a Czechoslovakian guy, Zach. Go, monkey, dance.
Hey guys, I'm from Czechoslovakia.
How the fuck are you doing that? That's fucking
I've lived here
incredible.
for 20 years. How else do you think?
Do it Slovenian guy.
Czech girls get their own porn category.
Because Czech girls like
Hello from the Czech Republic. I got the big titties with the big nipples.
Yeah,
I need money and I have low standards.
I think they'd be categorized under European.
I think German girls are hot. Type in German girl on any porn website. You'll get some good stuff.
They'll be
no,
spreading
the
the ball.
Czechoslovakian is because like human trafficking, I think.
Oh,
Not to
that's
bring-
why it's so cool.
Not to bring the tone down, but I think they put them in a box and throw them into a ship and bring them to
Like
Czech.
Madagascar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Madagascar too. Escape from
Kept me
Madagascar.
away from my family and fucked my mouth.
It's like, yeah, it's so hot.
You're like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Did I say it was funny? You're the one laughing at
I'm
it.
not laughing.
So,
Let's talk about
enough with the Czechoslovakian
sex slaves.
sex trafficking. However we got there.
Did you ever see that movie? It's called Human Trafficking.
No. Did I just say enough with it? And then you're like, hey, did you?
Let's keep talking about everyone else.
I don't know. What about it?
I don't know. It was like this movie. It came out. You know the guy? He was. I don't know his name, but he was the actor. He plays the villain in everything. He was like.
Tim Curry?
No, he was the guy who was in Angela's Ashes, the dad.
Tim Curry.
That's Tim Curry.
No, it's not. It's fucking.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
I wouldn't
No.
say
Oh, Tom Hanks.
Was he in Angela's Ashes?
Yeah, the dad. He plays the bad guy in.
Oh.
Kevin Spacey.
No.
Brad Pitt. Bruce
Tom
Willis.
Cruise.
I just realized,
Tom Cruise.
was the dad in Angela's Ashes the guy from The Frighteners?
Yeah,
Who sits in the toilet?
the bad guy.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
bad guy that plays the bad guy and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Shooter McGavin from
No.
Happy Gilmore.
Shooter McGavin.
He played the guy from
Rob Schneider.
Iron
It's Rob
Giant.
Schneider. It's Rob Schneider. I know it is.
I don't think it is.
It's Rob Schneider,
What else
definitely.
was he in?
Rob Schneider? He was in The Animal.
He's just in and around.
This is the second time we've talked about the animal.
Not enough. 2 times too little.
Anyways, what about the human trafficking movie?
I don't know. I remember I watched it when I was 15, and it like scared the living shit out of me. But there wasn't really much to say about it. It was just like they just put like girls in boxes. And
Well, you're not a girl, though. They wouldn't trap you or me.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason I had the irrational fear that I was gonna get.
They do though. I mean, yeah, they get girls and shit, but they also take boys and make them sit under tables.
But us, you think...
Low wealth
I would
and
flatter myself enough to say they would capture me if anybody.
Yeah, all those like anti-gay politicians, they all like hire those dudes.
If Noah was a little boy, I'd traffic him.
I'd trap you at my house.
I'd slam your pink butt all day.
Yeah, I'm glad my bed is like pink and not like a hint of brown, because I find that
Yeah,
gross.
like Stampers.
Yeah, you know, like some girls.
What do you mean?
Kinda
I'm
gray.
pink brown?
You know the way sometimes they're dyed like pink and sometimes they're dyed like
He's
brown.
gray. It's weird.
You the asshole, the whole ass.
No, just like in and around.
You look at your asshole in the mirror.
I've never done that.
I have.
I have.
Do you guys think bleached
It was
assholes look
upsetting.
better?
Yeah.
What'd you expect? Like, oh, that's where poop comes
Yeah,
from.
because when
You
it's in your
never saw it
when it's in
again.
your imagination, you think it's like it's this beautiful like butthole.
Dude, it's the only thing your ass does is shit. What do you expect?
No, no,
That's
yeah,
his only
That's its
job.
only purpose is
That's
to
when the harsh
spray
reality-
shit out of your ass.
I don't know. I knew it was gonna
On
look
the
like an
floor.
asshole, but I thought maybe it'd look a little better.
You think a smiley face?
Yeah. No, I thought it would be like
waved
I
to you.
thought it'd be like like a hole and not like a fucking starfish that's fossilized.
Geometrical
Yeah, just a
circle.
little full stop.
I
Like
thought it was like a manhole with a little guy inside of
I
it.
always wondered why monkeys have huge, like, sagging sphincters dangling out.
Not all of them, dude. Just a
But
couple.
like, how did people evolve to not have that? Like, were people just subconsciously like, "Ew, that looks gross"? And
No,
just
dude,
monkeys just
evolution
like-
is not steered by people being conscious. It's
That's
like,
why it's weird.
I mean, it can be like we do that sometimes with like crops or like animals, like dogs and stuff. Almost all modern dogs are like
Oh man, that's a
artificially
topic in
selected.
itself too,
Yeah.
man. How we've been destroying dog breeds.
Do you think it's a little bit weird? Do you think it's kind of bad? I've always thought about this.
Let me
Oh,
wrap up the
sure.
previous. Why do we have butt cheeks?
they're
They
just,
say that human
That's what I'm
beings
saying.
aren't supposed to sit, and apparently,
A lot of things aren't like
but then everyone's like, oh yeah, your butt cheeks are
a lot of
fat.
things aren't like we got butt cheeks afterwards. It's like they were for something else and now they're just kind of there. Like,
Is
maybe
that to make your butthole warm?
maybe it was like muscles for the back or something, and then they happen to be where we sit on now because we weren't always bipedal.
they were made for like clapping.
But
Yeah.
you see like a perfect
Oh, like
circular
applause.
butt.
Yeah, just like
You
that's
see
what we're
like a
supposed to.
perfect circle ass. Like, it just feels like it was in God's plan.
Yeah, because it looks like you got a protractor.
So when God makes gross people, you think he was just up all
He's just
night and
fucking
he was
wasted. He's crumpled paper over his desk.
I think
He's
the
like,
God's assistant did that.
I have a fucking deadline. Here, it's an asshole. Whatever. Here we go.
makes gross people with birth defects, and he's like, they're gonna like that one. And then he just falls asleep.
I would think it'd be the opposite. I think he would do the first couple of people really good and put them on the top. And everybody, all the drugs in the middle were like just fuck the people who did really fast. So his boss thinks they're all good.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna look through all of them.
But like people think that like there's actually people that believe that gross deformed people, and I'm not saying all deformed people are gross. I'm just saying like people that are gross and deformed.
Whatever. Anybody who says otherwise, go ahead and fuck a deformed person with 7 eyes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but you get these like.
If I saw somebody with 7 eyes, I'd be like, holy shit, you got 7 eyes.
I'm not saying they're like inherently ugly, but I'm saying these people
If I had
who
7
are,
eyes, I wouldn't be offended if
people
someone
who
was,
are so-
7 eyes. I'd be like, I'd wink at them with like 3 times.
but like these people with progeria, it's like don't make making fun of people is never good. But it's like you see these people on Facebook that are like, oh, these people with progeria are so cute. It's like
They're so beautiful.
You're lying. They're nice people. They're really like good. Human beings be nice, but you would not fucking kiss them in the mouth. You liar. You're a liar.
I've never been disgusted by somebody,
No, dude,
but I'm always surprised and I feel awkward. Like one time I was at a mall and I walked through the front door and this girl walked by me, like 20, whatever,
Yeah.
and her right arm wasn't an arm. She had a hand growing out of her shoulder, just a hand, and it was flopping and going and moving the fingers. So she had no arm. It was just a hand and a shoulder, and I saw it and I was like, ah! I mean, I didn't go, ah! But
You did a double take.
I was taken aside by it. I just didn't.
It waved at you?
It didn't wave at me. It was just like going like this, and like she was trying to grab for something.
Speaking of deformities, Stamper saw my deformity earlier today. I have like an extra finger. I was born with like not an extra finger, but it was going to be an extra finger, and it was just like it looks like a little wart now.
So yeah, he has a little wiener on his pinky finger on his left hand.
But it's like what I was trying to say earlier was not all people with deformities are ugly, but when people say they're beautiful, like super amazing, it's like you put somebody with progeria next to like
Yeah, let me translate
Kardashian.
that. I'm glad I don't look like that.
Exactly.
Bless your heart.
It's fine. Good. Be nice to people. Don't be rude to somebody based on their looks, but don't fucking say they're beautiful because you're lying. You're a fucking liar.
Well, like if you line up all the like people with progeria, like one of them would probably be beautiful in like in
Compared to the other ones?
Yeah, maybe they are beautiful.
Well, this could be the most worthless award ever. The most beautiful person with progeria.
I don't know.
Jesus
it could
Christ.
exist. I don't know. It could exist.
So there was like a sideways manner of saying that most of them are ugly, but I'm sure there's a good looking one.
I'm sure there's one who's the least ugly, even though they're still ugly.
Like if there was like okay, they have something in common. So if they were to go together and have like a disco full of progeria people and they hook up together, and they hook up together.
Seriously, at the progeria disco ball, there's one that all the
there's
progeria
like a hot one.
Yeah, who walks in the door in slow motion, the song plays, and it's like, I want that one.
It's like a whole different world where it's like, even like she's like the progeria queen of the ball.
The progeria queen,
You're out of my league.
Yeah, get out of here.
But in that same vein, the way like, I don't mean to bring it down again, but like, like high school proms, and if there's like a burn victim or something, they always get prom queen.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine, but do you think they're like, they're only doing this
pity?
I was just about to say that.
Because the regular ugly guys who aren't burned, it's like, they go jerk off at Home Alone.
Yeah, but like, when you were just saying like, don't call them beautiful, whatever.
You can call whatever you want.
No, but like, do you think people are like, well, obviously, they're not beautiful, but we're gonna try and make them feel better? Except, do you think that makes them feel worse?
No, that's a good point.
Like if you have an ounce.
If I have a fucking fetus growing out of my head, someone's like, "You're beautiful," you're like, "You're obviously lying to my face." Fuck you.
If they said that and I had a fetus, I'd be like, "Are you talking to me or him?" And then see.
Yeah, which one?
That's pretty good.
The fetus is like,
If I won prom king, I almost said queen, but
It's okay, Stamper.
if I won prom queen and I was clearly a hideous monster, I'd go up to the stage and be like, "You guys are fucking assholes. I know what you're doing here," and I'm out. And
That's
then
what I'm
I drop
saying.
the
Do
mic.
they all think that, or are they like, they just have to put up a face?
They don't really develop that long. I mean, the people with progeria only live to be, 12? Progeria is something like a lost European country like Prussia.
full of them.
The great progeria, they probably are...
The sunken island of progeria.
Like there was an island of.
It was ravaged after World War I, and the empire broke up, and all the progerians scattered to different corners of the world.
Oh, I'm sorry. I threw you off the topic that you kind of skewed into. Do you
Well, I was just gonna say, like, something really small. Do you think it's kind of weird?
Wiener?
No. No, you can't do that. No, but do you think it's kind
I
of bad?
can and I did.
Do you think it's
Welcome
kind
to
of?
Planet Me.
Do you think it's kind of? Do you think we're kind of ruining the gene pool because now we can like mask deformities or like genetic
Yeah, but you know eugenics.
disadvantages?
You know about eugenics? It's like selecting people based off their traits. So you want to. It's like if you go into a laboratory and you go, I want a kid with blonde hair and blue eyes and like a huge dick. You just get like a man with huge dick, and then like yeah, that happens.
No, but I mean like so.
think it's unethical.
So no. I don't think unethical, but I mean like a couple of thousand years ago, if you were a big fat guy, you would have died. Now the fatties, there's no natural predators anymore.
I like how you just call them the fatties.
The
casually.
fatties, there's subhuman
Not the
life.
fatties.
The Progerians, the fatties.
Yeah.
I like the reptilians. They just can't even hang it. The fatties.
A couple thousand years ago, most people who are alive today would have died. Like I would have been the first person to die like 5,000 years ago, but
They
I
used to
fucking
do like
lived.
misjudgments and stuff too. They used to have like shamans look at babies, and if they weren't good enough, they'd throw them off a cliff and be like,
And that's not
"Smack."
good,
You
but
know that there's Indians to this day, and it's a tradition in India, and they throw a baby off a roof, but they all catch it like a fucking crowd surf. Cool. That's a real thing.
And the baby lives.
The baby lives, yeah.
I'm sure a couple times its head's fallen down and it's been flat-headed or something.
There's videos of it on YouTube.
Those Indians are kooky people.
I know, but
The
like,
Indians or the Indians?
The
Indians or the
native
Indians?
Indians.
yeah.
Like the good Indians and the bad
You can't
Indians.
say the native Indians.
That's why I said it.
Oh.
But wait, in India they let cows run around the street.
The Reds or the Browns? That's all I'm
Lovely.
asking. Oh wait, delete that. You take that out.
The
I should not
Indians
have
let
said that.
cows run around the street and they shit everywhere. People have to swarm around the shit because if they run over the shit, they get in trouble with God.
What? Oh yeah, they worship cows, but like, do they even worship cow shit?
Yeah,
They eat the shit actually.
Who cares if they let cows walk around the street?
I saw something today where it was like guy in Iran insults, or Iran, sorry.
Iran.
Bush fucking ruined my vocabulary. Iran, Iraq.
Yeah, blame Bush for your.
He did. It's like nuclear. He said everyone said nuclear so much it fucked me up too. It's one of those things where you hear the wrong way to say something so often
You know
that
what the
fucks
thing
you
was?
up.
He was talking about nuclear weapons, and people threw that out just
I don't-
to like
I don't give a
criticize
shit.
the way he was pronouncing words. He's talking about nuclear weapons. They're like, he said nuclear wrong. What a
No, I don't give a shit.
He
But
could be like, they're launching nuclear weapons right now.
Right now.
I would.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, it's
Everyone's
like
like, what a fucking moron.
Chris used
When
to
they do
say.
their Bush impressions,
Chris used to
it's
say
like-
Parmesan for Parmesan. He said it so much. Now I say Parmesan by accident, even though I know it's not the epitome.
Yeah, you-
epitome.
you say
I
epitome.
still say fucking epitome, but I know it's epitome because I've heard it so many times.
Yeah,
It's
Zach
fucked me up.
wanted to say the epitome of hyperbole, and he's like the epitome of hyperbole or something.
I didn't say hyperbole, but I said epitome.
But if you're not a douchebag, you'll listen to what somebody's saying, understand what they meant, and not stop them and correct them.
Anyways, all I was trying to say was Iran. I saw something today where somebody insulted Muhammad very just jokingly on Facebook, and he got put to death. And this is like 2014.
What did he say? Like Muhammad has a big.
I didn't even think twice about you saying Iran, by the way.
I said Iran.
Is it supposed to be Iran? I
It's
say Iran
Iran.
too.
Well, it's supposed to be said how they say it, so who cares how?
No, it's just one of those things. It's like
yeah, well, if that was the case, then I'd be going around like, hey guys, let's get some pizza with pepperoni and mozzarella.
I don't know if it's one of those
Exactly.
things.
That's my point.
I wouldn't care, but it's like Iraq. It's like or nobody else says it like that except for us.
What do you guys think of beaches?
Beaches.
Do you like going to the beach? Getting your feet drop.
When I was 2 years old,
Beaches.
When I was 2 years old, I went to the beach and I saw a big crab and I screamed. It was my dad with the big crab hat and I couldn't
Oh my
sleep.
God,
I
it's
was
It's like in fucking Jaws.
Did I ever tell you about the pier thing that
not
we jumped
true.
off of?
Zach, you're the biggest idiot I've ever met in my life.
Steph, one of your cool
So
stories.
if you told me if you went to the beach and you saw your dad with a crab hat, you wouldn't run away?
Steph, one of your cool story about a crab?
No, because I'd see my dad in the
I want to hear
crab
the
hat,
story about
dumbass.
crabs.
This is cool. It's a crab
What if you
story.
burn yourself in the sand?
Bryce is trying to tell me a crab story.
Go and listen to the
Crab story, crab
Blow
story.
your freaking mind.
You know what that sound means? It's crab story
We
time!
need a jingle for crab story.
That's him clicking his
Crab story, crab story, crab story.
Bryce is trying to tell me
One
one time he got crabs.
One time when I was a little teenager, we went to this big wall that you jump off into the ocean, and it was really high up, like 30 feet or something, maybe 20, okay? It was big, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was jumping off, and I was like, I want to do it. And then I went to do it, but I couldn't do it because it was too scary. But I was like, no, this time I'm going to do it. I jumped off, and I smashed into the water, and I went fucking 20 feet down into the water because of the gravity. And then there was a big fucking crab, and he was going...
Oh, just waiting
I
for
was
you.
like, ah!
Just waiting for you like a fucking
I just
crocodile.
swam away and I never jumped off piers again.
Yeah, jellyfish did that to me. They gave me the fear of not
He
being.
was under the water trying to get
He
you
was
code.
fucking the size of this table.
There was no crab.
No, this
Chris,
is real.
there was not
In Ireland, the crabs, like I've seen.
the size of the table.
I swear to God, Anthony.
Well, maybe
The
half
size of the table.
no.
But this table is big. It is a big table, and like,
Well, it was the size.
That table's like 4 or 5 feet, dude.
but the biggest crab I've ever seen was.
No, it's like 4 feet. But anyways,
I said 4 or
you're
5.
right. Anyways, the beach. What do you think of the beach? Because I think the beach.
It's full of
I
crabs.
think it stinks. I think sand is really annoying.
I think beach. I hate
think
forced
the-
fun, and
That's
people that go to the
racist, dude.
beach, it's like
I think-
let's have fun.
I think
at
the
beach.
ocean is disgusting. I don't care how clear your ocean is. It's fucking putrid. It's full of condom water. It's full
So is your bedroom.
It's full of spermicide. It's
So
full
is
of
your bedroom.
blood, poo, snot.
So is your bedroom.
So is your underwear.
I don't snot in my underwear.
Chris's way of changing his underwear is that when he throws it on the wall, and if it sticks, that's the day to change his underwear.
Like spaghetti noodles?
Yeah,
That's not true.
that's what he told me.
Did you throw spaghetti at the wall?
Yeah, my stepdad told me that. He was like, you know how you know the spaghetti's done? You take it out of the pot and throw it at the wall. And if it
Then
sticks to
your
the
wall.
wall,
Then your spaghetti's covered in fucking wall.
Actually, my dad told me that underwear joke.
Dads are cool, huh?
Yeah,
dads are faggots.
I never wanted to
you
do that.
fuck your
But I do
faggot
want to get a
dad?
dad dick, as we said earlier, because they're fucking.
I'm glad this got a little more levitus. Is that a word?
No, what the
A little more
fuck?
lighthearted.
Levitus? Like, okay, just off the record, is this an okay podcast or is it shit?
I think it's okay.
It's fine.
If this one is boring, I'm gonna get the blame because I'm the like new guy.
Nah, you're not gonna get the blame. Just tell us a funny joke. Hurry.
Well, I told Zach this one the other day, but I'm gonna tell it again. What's big red and scrapes off the ocean floor?
I don't know.
Moby's dick. See, that got a smile out of Stamper, but you can't see that on fucking.
Into a tree and he's like, I'm looking for Al. And he hears who?
That's pretty good.
Fuck!
You got more of a laugh out of that one. My one was funnier. My one had a whale and a fucking dick in it.
Chris, you're such a faggot.
No, I'm not.
You can't say that word, dude.
I like girls.
Yeah, with big dicks and fucking no titties.
No, I know loads of
Big
guys
balls.
though, pointing at you.
I don't know.
Dick girls, like.
Alright, this question came from Zach Hadel.
Why is my dick so shriveled like an onion?
Did he ask that question? Oh, look at
Are you
that.
fucking kidding me?
Zach Hadel asked that question. It's right here. Written, written on ink and paper.
Wow, can you believe this? There's one by Will Stamper. I can't believe what I'm saying here. It is me, Stamper. If you did not know, today I am a faggot. Well, it has been every day. Wow, being a faggot is so good, but please don't read this off in the pot. Oh, shit. You know what? Let's delete. Let's take that out. Let's delete that. Let's take that out. Let's not worry about that.
You send that to him.
I was lonely.
Do you guys ever get infuriated by the fact there's only 130 characters per tweet?
Chris, shut up.
140. Yeah, but that is really like.
What if you wanted to say, hello, this is a very long message and my name is William Stamper from Alaska? You wouldn't be able to say that.
Yeah, I could. I'd cut out hello and I'd say,
Hi.
hi, this is me instead of
But then you're
William Stamper.
censoring yourself.
I'm not from Alaska. I lived there for a while.
Oh.
You saw a moose, am I correct?
I saw moose. I saw plenty of moose.
Stamper, I recall at one point you told me you were walking home from school when a big van pulled over and out got a moose, and he said to get into the van.
That's like a Family Guy joke, dude.
Yeah, except in Family Guy, you'd have like a gun and be
Do
like.
moose have big dicks or not?
I've never seen a moose dick.
Why not?
I do have a story of
Betrayal?
like the moose used to just kind of hang out in neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And my friend had a dog that used to run up to moose and bark in their faces because he thought it was tough shit. And then
What did the moose say?
one day,
Bullwinkle.
a moose kicked his dog in the face and caved in half of his face.
Did he die?
His dog didn't die, but he never barked at moose again.
Because he couldn't buy it because his face was.
The moose was just standing there, and he just like popped him in the face, and his whole head caved in like a.
Did he turn into a pug?
Could you
No, like the half, like this half.
fucked
He
up,
just
man.
turned into a fruit bowl, like the half.
did you
of his
tip your
face.
cigarette ashes into it?
Yes, he
Whoa.
just like grabbed him and said, "Hey, come here, come here, dude."
Speaking of pugs,
You
like
call them ashy.
they're the biggest fad in 2014.
Folks are
We talked about this.
We already talked
we
about
on the podcast.
We did a whole.
Oh, okay, never
We
mind.
did a podcast.
podcast.
Skip, what do you think? What do you think?
You did bring up earlier about how we're fucking destroying dog breeds.
We are.
We are destroying them because like they're not
And the
meant to
pug,
look like.
the pug is ruined. The English bulldog is a fucking disaster. You know the English bulldog
Yeah, they.
only lives to be 6 years because they got so many fucking. That's like the
Yeah.
median age that they live.
I have a dog and it's a Cavalier King Charles and it's cute and all, but like it's not meant to be made. Like every single one of them have heart defects, have fucking breathing issues.
Yeah.
Broken eyes that pointing at the direction.
like fucking bulging eyeballs.
We've been fucking up dog breeds for so long. The Bull Terrier. If you pull up pictures of the Bull Terrier, how they used to look versus how they look now, you'll see how their skulls are actually changed now.
That's actually because like
So what happens is it's
when you get purebred dogs and you breed them with each other, they all end up like being inbred. So like they all, like each generation is like more
so if
fucked
you
up
want the
than
dog to have a longer snout, you take the longest snout from this group, the longest snout from this group, put them together. Take the longest snuff from that group, the longest snuff from this
Remember
group.
all kinds of fucked up shit, like they cut dogs' tails and stuff, and like Saint Bernards are supposed to be the helper dogs, but now they're essentially worthless.
Yeah.
Owning a Saint Bernard is just owning a Saint Bernard. Like back in the day, they used to be like really stout.
Beagles are still pretty, like, I had a couple beagles. They're still hunting dogs and some dudes.
Wrong again. They're fucked up too.
They're cute. They have little cute tails and little white tips. So you can see
yeah, but that's the point. They're cute, but they're not like.
That's the first
they're
time they had
worthless.
sex too.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, the beagle. Yeah, tell them the beagle
Wrapped your
story.
ears around your cock and jerked off.
Yeah, tell the beagle story.
I saw a beagle and I grabbed it and fucked it.
That's not.
No, you snuck up on your beagle.
He snuck up on your beagle.
I said, "Come here, buddy boy."
You rub peanut butter all over the crotch.
That's what he said. He said,
What did you
You
say?
rubbed peanut butter all over his crotch and blew him.
"Yeah, it sucked." It.
I was wondering before if there's like a family. You know, there's some people like do actually rub peanut butter on their ass and let their dog lick it.
Yeah.
Like, are there like peanut butter families? Like people that do it in the family, like more than one person.
You mean like the dad will do it?
Yeah, the dad will do it and think he's like really discreet, and then the son will do it and be like, "Hey, but he's really getting his dad's doo-doo in his bum."
That's gross.
Oh, like everyone's keeping it a secret,
Everyone's
but the
keeping it a
dog is
secret.
tossing everyone's salad.
Yeah, and the dog's like, "Hey, yeah, he's having a great time."
And then the mom's doing it too.
Yeah, the mom's doing it with the dad,
And she goes in the kitchen, she's like, "Who ate all the peanut butter?"
and there'd be peanut butter around the dog's mouth, but peanut butter and a little bit of darker peanut butter, which you wouldn't really know. I wonder if there would be a market on like dog peanut butter, and who would the demographic be?
We need dog peanut butter for dogs.
Yeah, if they sold like just innocent peanut butter for dogs, who would the demographic of
It'd
that?
be 100%
I went to
people
a dog store once that had a whole dessert rack for dogs. They had little dog cupcakes and dog pies and stuff.
Who shows it, dog?
So who do you think buys that?
Who shows it?
People that love their dogs.
Why do you wish you were a
dumbass.
dog, Chris?
You can have dogs.
You don't know, like, cause
Dog cup. You can have human cupcakes as a human.
They had like dog sweet
loves
frosting
stupid
and stuff.
fucking
What have I ever
My
did?
dogs used to get little frosty paws.
Frosty
They love them.
Frosty paws.
They love them in the summertime. They lick them.
Really?
Yeah, they're called frosty paws. It's really cute. You take the lid off and you put them down and lick them like crazy.
Dogs are stupid. I had a dog called Wizzy.
Wizzy,
It was a Springer Spaniel and wouldn't stop fucking jumping up on people.
did you put it down?
I thought that if you wanted to kill somebody, the best thing you could do is get a big dog, like a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd or something, right? And you train them to jump on people while they're at the top of the stairs. So the dog kills them, pushes them down the stairs.
oh, that is like
What if the guy falls on your dog and kills your dog, but the guy survives and your dog dies?
Well, then you're looking at a fucking...
If there's a whole wave of people dying by dogs being pushed on the stairs, it's all gonna come back to you.
No, it's just the one person that
You're
you
gonna go to
hate.
jail.
You sit on the couch and you're like,
Responsible stamper.
like,
you
yo,
killed
Rex,
him.
jump up. And kill somebody. Think about it. Think about it. Have dogs kill people,
Dogs
but
have killed
not in the traditional dog.
I think they did that like in the 1800s with the black people. I think.
Pit bulls get a bad rap, man. Pit bulls are great dogs.
I read that a cat ran up to its owner and scratched it on the tendon on the back of the leg, and she died.
what?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Why did the cat run up to somebody and scratch the back of their leg?
Because the old lady was like, "Here's your nipples, puss," and then the cat went, "Whoa!" and it scratched her feet.
You fucking liar!
I swear, you look it up.
I don't believe you. Your stories always lies.
No, it's not a lie.
You know, did you hear the NSA headquarters blew up today? Like, look at the website. It's like virus.org, fakevirus.com.
I didn't know. I thought it was reading news.
Yeah, he's reading like this
I learned
Alex
my
Jones
lesson. I checked
website.
the sources.
You should check out infowars.com. Obama's a reptile.
He is. He's got a big long tongue.
Let's work your pussy out.
Oh, Michelle.
Zach, 3 of your favorite foods. Go, hurry.
Sand, rock, trees.
Wind, water,
Yeah,
fire.
3 of your favorite foods. Go.
Snow, spaghetti, and lasagna.
Shepherd's pie, macaroni and cheese. Pizza.
Dude, isn't shepherd's pie made by your mom better than like normal shepherd's pie you buy in a restaurant?
My shepherd's pie is better than my mom's whack-ass shepherd's pie.
Stamper is the best cook I know.
Yeah, Stamper is a cooking connoisseur. I remember one day you said...
It was like, just like Mom used to make. I'm like, what, that shit? No, I'm just kidding. My mom's actually a really good cook.
Well, my mom, she like cycled between three dinners every day. It was
I
like,
think everybody's mom, everybody's mom is good at cooking like 5 things.
yeah, that's what they do.
It's just a thing that they
so
do,
that's why
like,
when I
the
came to
best.
America, like people were like shocked that I never ate a pickle before. I'm like, yeah, but
That
it's
is pretty
not-
shocking still.
Yeah, but that's because I didn't grow up eating pickles, but now I have. I have a pickle.
I'm not even baffled that you didn't eat pickles, Grant, but the fact that you never stumbled on a pickle.
No, because I pickle them out of the McDonald's burgers and I throw them on the wall
What do you do that for?
because it's funny. But like, still, then I worked at McDonald's and I stopped doing that because I realized how much of a task it is for the workers. And then
Now, welcome to their world.
yeah, no, I worked at McDonald's and it was the worst job ever. And I got so much empathy from working there.
What was your job at McDonald's?
I was a crew member, so essentially I fucking changed the bins and I like made burgers and shit and gave out free burgers to my friends and got caught and got fired. But then
Not a job.
no, but that's what happened. And then I was a waiter. I told Stamper this, and I pretended I was a waiter before, so I pretended I had experience, but I didn't know how to wait a table, and they caught me and I got fired. And then my other job, I got fired as well because there was this guy and he was like my Indian manager, and he told me that I wasn't allowed to go to the toilet, and I was like, this is bullshit. And I went to the toilet anyway, and he got mad at me, and I was like, it's my human right to go to the toilet, and I sounded like a fucking faggot, so he ran me out the door. And then yeah, that was my last kind of proper job.
You're fired for peeing.
Chris,
Oh no, then I got fired. Oh man, I got fired so much. I got fired 2 more times. One time I was working in this retailer called Debenhams, and I was really tired, and I crawled under a clothes rack and fell asleep for 8 hours. And then when I was crawling out, I was looking up my manager's skirt accidentally, and then she fired me.
fuck?
And then
I don't believe that.
I swear to God, it was in 2006, December 2006, in Debenhams in
Wow,
Galway.
the date makes me believe.
Yeah, well, in Debenhams in Galway, I was like in the stock.
on October 1st, 1995, I met Tom Cruise.
a.m., I swear.
Yeah, no. What actually happened was I was it was a 12-hour shift or something. I was only 16. I thought it was bullshit, and I was really tired from the day before. So I went to the stock room and crawled under the clothes, and then crawled back out 8 hours later. And my manager was standing right there, and I was pretty much looking up her skirt, and she got mad. Yeah, that's it. That's
What
pretty
did
much
her
it.
pussy look like?
I didn't see a
Was
pussy.
it a big puppy
Oh,
pussy?
I didn't actually
Here's a
see.
good pussy story.
Oh.
When I was in Vegas when I was like 13, my dad, we were staying at a hotel because my dad's a dirty gambler. Anyways, we were at the pool. I looked up.
Your dad's gonna hear
An
that.
old lady was wearing big old baggy shorts, so I could see her big old pussy.
Big old baggy pussy.
That's the first pussy you've ever seen.
Not old ladies. She was the first one. Like, well, she was the first real one.
My first tit I've ever seen was I was like jumping
First
off.
tit.
Yeah, it was an accident. It was an
Not
accident.
two, just one.
Yeah, it was one tip. It was one tip because I was
One
jumping
to
off.
wonder.
Yeah, because I was in this place where you jump off diving boards, and there was some girl in the
A
queue.
swimming pool, dumbass.
No, it wasn't, because it was in the sea, but it was diving boards, and there was like her tit was hanging out, and me and my friend were like, whoa. And we were looking at the tit. No, I didn't, but I was looking at it for ages, and then some other girl goes, "Hey, your tit's hanging out to her," and then like she put it back in. That was the first titty I've ever
First
seen.
titties I've ever seen were my mom's.
Yeah, well, I've seen my mom's when I was a kid.
Yeah, I saw a post like, everybody, like just recently, like every guy I've ever met can tell you verbatim the first time they ever saw titties, but I can't remember the first time I saw titties.
Really?
It was like my mom's, my sister's, my...
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was like
don't you
your
think my
mom's, your
sister's
sister's.
Yeah, that just sounded like I had a fucked up
Yeah, because
childhood.
when it's your sister and she's similar to your age, why would she, like, when she's developing her titties, like, would she, like, fucking walk on top of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, like my sister was
I haven't seen
a
my
year
sister.
older than me, so we grew up together.
So you saw her titties.
You see, like, when my sister's, like...
I saw a lot of titties. I can't, it's just a blur of titties in my mind. I remember the first time I saw a pussy.
I don't
was in a Penthouse magazine, and when I pulled it open, I was like, "What is that?"
I remember
My grandpa's been collecting every Playboy since like 1970. And it's like when I was like 10 or 11. I opened it up and there was a big dildo crammed in a pussy. And I was like, I thought it was like some weird thing.
Wow,
I
they don't do that in Playboy.
I don't think
Liar
it was Playboy.
and a thief.
I don't think it was Playboy. But I know for a fact there was a huge dildo crammed in some kind of pussy.
probably-
And I opened it up and I went, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like some growth coming out of her.
Did you guys ever
And I
find-
was horrified. I was disgusted by pussy.
Did you guys ever find your dad's pornos?
But it made my wiener hard, and I was
But-
disgusted at the same
One more
time.
story about my grandpa and his big pussy dildos.
What?
Listen to me.
Wait, what?
You listen to me, listen.
This better be the best.
Wait, Stephen, where do you think the story's gonna go?
Why? Where do you think it's gonna go?
Like he said, his big grandpa's big ass dildos or pussy dildos.
Oh no.
Incorrect. Here's what happened. My uncle gave us, this was back in like 1999, 2000, right when home computers were starting to become really, people had home computers at that point, but they were really becoming modernized. It was like the cell phone, computer, Anyways, my big dirty uncle gave my dad a house computer. Big dirty uncle? By the way. Big dirty uncle.
What was his name?
First name Big, middle name Dirty, last name Uncle.
Okay.
Anyways, Big Dirty Uncle Jr. gave us this computer. It was the only computer in the house. We had it in my brother's room. And he didn't clear anything off. So my dad was like, here, you can play computer. You can go on there. And we went on the computer. He left a bunch of pictures of naked ladies with their big titties out.
Big fucking tits.
My brother was a little boy. He got freaked out. He didn't know how to handle it. So the only thing he could think of to do was to print off the naked ladies, and he slid them under my parents' door. What? I guess he was like, he was trying to say, well, what the fuck is this? But he never he just slid it under and we left and we forgot about it. They never said anything about it. We never heard anything back, and it just kind of went undiscovered. So my parents came home one day, just found like a naked lady picture. They're like, huh? And they fucking probably threw it away. They forgot about it.
You've never heard anything about that since?
No, it just vanished into thin air. I'm assuming my dad was like, what the fuck? And he threw it away.
Hey, can I tell you this story?
Yeah.
Same thing. I went over to my friend's house, Kevin, when I was younger, and I was like 8, and he had big older brothers, Mark and Robert. And
is this to do with the huge cock?
Yeah, he's got a fucking monster cock. Anyways, his brothers downloaded lots of blacks on blonde porn onto their computer, and we were little kids.
Blacksonblondes.com was a real website.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I remember that.
I know.
Like black chicks on blonde?
No, black
big old black man on little blonde girl.
Yeah, not black guys with blonde hair.
But anyways,
like Simon Phoenix.
I just learned about blacks on blondes after this.
But anyways, we were in the sitting room. Kevin's like, hey, look at this. And he was just like, oh, and I was like, oh, I don't like that at all. And then his dad came in. His dad didn't see the computer. And he just sat down and lay down on the couch. And then Kevin turned the computer away from his dad, who was laying on the couch a little bit. And Kevin was like, hey, he kept clicking through it. I was just sitting there silent with a big old boner, an 8-year-old boner.
Oh, man.
This is too much.
Best kind.
I have a similar.
Kevin was just, we watched like an hour of Blacks on Blondes while his dad just watched TV right next to us.
When I was like 13 or 14, I was kind of late to the porn industry. Not industry, but scene. Yeah.
I caught up though.
Yeah. I'm years ahead, light years ahead now. But at the time, LimeWire, and that's where the go-to porn.
Yes. LimeWire.
No, okay. Can I just say one thing about LimeWire?
Yeah. Go say LimeWire.
Right. If you type in the letter P or anything in LimeWire, it will always come up with a 12-year-old fucks dog.
Yeah, exactly.
12-year-old girl fucks
I downloaded that when I was
no matter what you typed in the LimeWire, that always showed up.
When I
Did you watch it?
No.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
I watched it.
Chris, you fucking did, you?
I watched it. And it was a rap
I was
video.
like 13.
Oh, you did, dude. You watched
I did when I was 12, but it was a dog. Not a dog. Sorry, a rapping video. But anyway, when I was a kid, I was in my friend's house and we were looking up Hermione Granger porn or Emma Watson, and his dad walked in, and his dad was really fucking slow. I remember one time there was a pizza stuck to the roof in his car. That's how slow he was. He didn't even realize it was there.
Like a pizza?
A whole pizza?
No, just like his slice of pizza stuck to his roof. Like he was really slow and really messy. But he came in when we were searching it, and my friend like blocked the screen when his dad walked in. His dad started talking about like soccer results and shit because he loved soccer. And then my friend just like got rid of his hand, and his dad just looked at it for like 20 seconds. And that 20 seconds seemed like 20 minutes. It was so long. He was just looking at it. It was like this actress porn. And then he like slowly just like turned off the screen as if that would do anything, but it didn't. His dad knew we were filthy pervs. But he started jacking off in the middle. Not the dad.
Dad?
No.
He was jacking off with you two there?
No. My friend started jacking off when I was there, and that's when it kind of got weird. That's my story.
After he turned the screen off.
After he turned the screen off,
he started jacking off.
Yeah, it was weird. And his dad walked out, obviously.
Yeah.
Then he started.
There was a pizza stuck to his balls.
No, but there was a pizza stuck to his roof. But there was like 8 kids in that house. It was kind of weird.
Jerking off together, you listen?
At the same time, you just
like a swim team.
Yeah. But that's the same friend. When his granny died, his granny had like severe Alzheimer's, and then she died. And they had no respect really for her when she was alive because she had Alzheimer's and they were kids and they were just kind of joking around with her. But when she died, they had an open casket in her house, and he started like going, nah, look at this, and he like opened her eye, like her dead eye, and I was like, I got really creeped out, and then he started like squeezing her nose and like pinching her cheeks and stuff, and I was like, I don't know, I was really fucking, I thought it was kind of funny.
Then he started jerking off.
Yeah, well, he might have. Like, I would not be surprised.
You know when you're a kid and you don't really like. When was the first time you realized you couldn't cry when you needed to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Were you ever like, oh, like about like when you're a teenager, you're a little older, like, oh, I should be sad, but I'm not. I should be sadder than I am.
Dude, it's just like being close to like certain members of your family. Dude,
I would,
90%
but I'm saying,
of my family could die and I wouldn't care.
But that's what I'm saying. When did you first realize?
I mean,
that?
I'd care, but I wouldn't fucking.
When did you first realize that? When did you first go?
I never broke down my emotions. Like, should I be crying right now?
But I my grandma was dying. Everybody was really sad. I was like, oh God, I'm not sad. I was bummed out, but I wasn't like sad.
Bummed out counts.
But everyone's like, everybody was weeping. And I was like, oh, I need to, So I was like, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fake cry here. And I went. Everybody looked at me, I was no one's buying it, I just shut up and I didn't say anything about it, and nobody said anything about it either. And it came out just like that, I was like, oh.
I love how non-confrontational your family is. Like, you just like weird shit and nobody ever says anything about it.
Another thing that happened was, like, you need to go and say goodbyes to her. She's going to pass away in the next couple hours. And I went in, and when something's really dark, like, you're trying to make out something, you're looking at it, you're like squinting, it's getting closer.
I have a thing about that.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, is that thing on my desk right there? Is there somebody sleeping on that bed or whatever? You're kind of squinting to see if it's there.
Yeah.
We all went in her room and the lights were dim because she was dying. She didn't want fucking bright lights blinding her. And I was on the edge of the bed and she was laying there with her legs spread. And I was like, is she wearing underwear? I was like trying to see if she was wearing underwear so I could notify and tell somebody, hey, her exposed pussy's hanging out. Close the legs or put a blanket over or something. And I was like squinting looking at it. And before I could even clarify, my aunt looked at me and went, oh, and she threw a blanket over my grandmother's crotch. I was like, oh no. She thought I was trying to look at her pussy. Like my aunt thought I was trying to look at my grandma's pussy while she was dying. And I never talked to my aunt after, she just assumed I was staring at her pussy and taking advantage of her.
Oh man, I like.
To this day, it's still it's completely up in the air.
I hope my uncle listens to this because once I was on his computer because I used to babysit his kids, and my friend sent me like meat spin or something or some like fucking gay thing, and then I saw that he looked at I saw his history that he looked at the gay stuff, and he was like he thought he was really weirded out by me for like next 2 months or since I haven't really seen him much since, but yeah.
That's a meat spin kid is what he says to you.
Yeah, no, he thinks I'm like some fucking weird gay porn star advocate.
I don't care if you want, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, this one time I was in a bank lobby and there was a big stuffed taxidermy goat, and I was there with either my grandma or my mom. And when I saw the goat, I was like, yeah! And then I ran over to the goat and I got down on my hands and knees to see if they taxidermied his wiener, like if his wiener was still there. And so I was looking up under, and then one of the bank tellers was like, she was like pointing and laughing at me like it's the funniest thing she ever saw. And then I got really nervous, like I stood up. I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing that. At the end.
Do you have any crazy grandma stories?
He didn't have a wiener, by the way.
That'd be cool if he did. A big taxidermy dick.
No, my grandmas all died, and I wasn't there to see them.
To see their vaginas.
To see their vaginas. No.
Oh my lord.
But no, I never saw my grandma's pussy.
Why not? You're really missing out, Stamper. Let me tell you that much.
He is missing out.
Creepy.
He's missing out.
Did you hear about that guy who goes around fucking grandmas? He's on eFucked, but he did like interviews and he just goes
like he's some serial killer. This guy's calling fucking grandmas, man. It's an epidemic, man. No, lock your doors.
Fuck my grandma.
He's this dude, and he's like, he fucks them, and they're like, I haven't had sex like this in 40 years.
Oh, he fucks old ladies.
Yeah,
he's just a big grin on his face, smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, like grandma's a title. You have to say old ladies.
Unless he's fucking your grandma specifically, like that's.
Then you got a problem.
Yeah, you can't say grandmas.
That's such a weird title. Yeah, it's like fucking like a 50-year-old man. It's like, yeah, I fucked the father today. It's like, what? What do you mean you
but
fucked the
grandmas
father?
means old ladies. Come on, there's a two-way word about it.
That was your story now?
No, I had a grandma story. My grandma story was my friend opening the eyeballs.
You better make this good now.
That doesn't make. I don't even know what I'm saying. kind of derailed a little bit.
Stamper, would you fucking old lady? What's the
Hell yeah.
What's the furthest you would go?
Would you actually?
No.
I would fuck up until the 8. No, my friend told me that his range of fucking was 13 to 65.
Hold on.
Yeah, well, he was 16 at the time.
Hold on, 16 would fuck a 13-year-old?
Yeah, that's why it was so weird, because it was like such a huge range. It was like 13 to 65.
I don't mind the range, I mind how far back it goes.
Well, when you're 16,
13 is like preteen, like
yeah, there's two kind of 13-year-olds. There's ones that with titties and ones without titties. And the ones without titties, that's
if you're fucking anybody who doesn't, isn't it?
yeah, well,
Fat boys and
no, I'm talking about like 13-year-olds that developed and they got big fat titties. that. No, I'm not saying they're hot. I'm saying when you're 16, you might.
This is bad. I have a bad feeling about this.
anyway, Zach, what are you saying?
I don't remember.
Okay, good.
Would you fucking old person? That's the last thing I remember saying.
Well, I have a good topic. Zach.
Yes. Stamper.
Actually, everyone, when you were a child, what was the thing you were most terrified of? And you can't say your dad fucking you because I already have dibs on that, but something you were legitimately terrified of.
My uncle fucking me.
When I was a kid, I thought that Casper lived in my house, and he's the most cutest like ghost ever. But I was fucking terrified.
Whatever, Casper's not. If Casper flew over my bed, even now, I'd be like, whoa. Ah!
If anything was in my room,
Big baby head. He looks like a.
he's a dude. If Tom Hanks was in my room at night, I'd be scared because fucking somebody else is in my room. They're my personal space.
What if Tom Hanks was like, shh, be quiet, it's okay. And
I would shit my fucking
what if he
pants.
like patted your head and made you feel comfortable and gave you and tucked you in?
What if Tom Hanks was in your room at night, and then he came up to you and he was like, Zach, no questions, I need you to come with me. And you saw him. And you saw that it was Tom Hanks.
I go up, I reach my hand and touch his face, and he says, yeah, it's me, who else?
Would you get up and go with him?
I would say, Tom, get the fuck out.
Yeah, but like, what if it's like, Zach, it's urgent, I need you to
Well,
go.
I'll say, what is it? What, you take me to your Polar Express?
Oh, no, he goes, no, I'm going to take you to,
Be like, what are you feeling, Big Two? Get the fuck out of my house. Tom Hanks.
I'm not going to be Turner and Hooch 2. Tom Hanks, get the fuck out.
I was legitimately terrified
Yes.
of aliens